Welcome to a Dungeons and Dragons podcast, Adventures of the Sword Coast, with Azareah Nerikirel, an elf cleric, Cepheon, an Asimir paladin, and Deimus the trickster, a half-elf warlock, plus myself, Dan, as the dungeon master. Enjoy episode number 3, the Redbrand Hideout. Upon arriving in Phandalin, you have talked with Sildar, who has informed you about the Pact of Phandelver, the Wave Echo Cave, and the Forge of Spells. He joined Gundren to Phandalin to help Gundren find the cave using the map that Gundren had. Unfortunately, they were ambushed, and Gundren, with the map, have been taken to a place called Cragmaw Castle. But you have no clue where this castle might be. The next day, you have delivered the goods to Barthen Provisions, made armor and weapon sales at the Lion Shield Coaster, and Cepheon went to the Townmaster at the Townmaster hut, which was not of any help. The Townmaster was more concerned about some orcs outside of Phandalin and was not concerned about the Redbrands terrorizing the town. Nevertheless, Sildar arrived just in time to stop Cepheon from seriously injuring the Townmaster, and explained to Cepheon that they need to search for Cragmaw Castle to be able to save Gundren and find the map. Maybe the Redbrands have more information about the castle at their hideout, and he would help them whenever they have found the location of the castle. Deimus went to see Darren Edomath at his orchard and heard that the main hideout of the Redbrands was at Tresendar Manor. Plus, that they probably would find their leader, Glassstaff, there. Darren also shared his worries about a certain ruin outside of Phandalin, where people got chased off from undead. Last but not least, Azareah was able to find Inverna the woodworker, a moon elf warrior that would help them save Phandalin from the Redbrands, and would meet them outside of the inn where they are staying that night. The trio decides to go to the manor that night and try to save the town once and for all of the Redbrands. And that's where we will continue right now. It is almost midnight, and Azareah gets shaken out of her meditation by loud growling of a wolf companion. She stands up and finds the moon elf Inverna standing a couple of feet away from the wolf and trying to grab her attention. "Your wolf looks very friendly," she says with a sarcastic tone in her voice. Azareah gets up, calms the wolf down, and at that moment, Deimus comes walking up to them and asks if they can now go inside and talk to Cepheon inside his room to get ready and raid the Redbrand's hideout. You head into the inn and notice that there is nobody present, but you hear faintly the voices of Toblin and his wife coming from the kitchen back room behind the counter, and you hear that they are definitely in a heavy discussion. You walk up the stairs and walk over towards the room of Cepheon, and everything looks very quiet and peaceful. You knock at the door, Cepheon opens up, and when you all stand in the room, you inform Inverna about your plan to raid the manor, because that's where you have heard the main hideout would be. You notice that she is armed with a long sword and a long bow, and she says that she's ready to go. And at that point, we are at the inn, and you are all four in Cepheon's room. And that's where we're going to start. Good luck.
All right. Are you ready, guys? Ready? And by the way, nice to meet you.
And Inverna is the name.
Yes, Inverna. Yes, nice to meet you. I'm Deimus.
Roman Jackson, nice to meet you. Oh, what was your name?
My name is Inverna. I'm the local woodworker in this town. And everybody knows me, so I don't know why I have to introduce myself.
Well, I think my name is Cepheon, and I led great armies into battle. And I think we need a plan before we and also a plan for not only when we do, but how we're gonna continue after we cut the head of the snake. Because maybe we can take over this organization of Redbrands and use them to our own voordeel, benefit.
Benefit. And it's Inverna looks at Deimus and Azareah a bit in surprise because she was only there for getting rid of the Redbrands, but not taking over. So she looks at Azareah. This is not the deal that we've spoken about. We would get rid of them, not take them over and use them for our benefit.
I'm talking not in the town, of course, but there's another mission we have to do, and we might have to assault a castle. So maybe some extra soldiers wouldn't be a problem. And of course not in this town, because this town is a safe haven.
Thank you. I agree. My only concern is the Redbrands. What's outside of Phandalin, I would never travel there.
All right. I don't know. Shall we maybe see if Sildar is in his room?
No, but first I want to hear a plan. What do you think of that? Try to cut off the snake, or do you want to kill everybody?
I don't want to kill everyone necessarily, but taking them over, I'm not sure I'm behind that. I just want to make the town quiet, peaceful again, and get all, like, the thing is, I want all their loot, and I want everything that's in that room, and I don't think the Redbrands are gonna agree with me, so I don't think it's gonna work.
So if loot is your main objective, then that's not a problem. Azareah, how do you feel about that?
I pretty much agree with Deimus. Even though I don't need much of the loot.
Okay, but you don't think we can use them to assault Crackmore Castle?
I don't see the reason why they would join us if we fight them. Then we either need to reason with them without a fight, and then they would maybe join us. But then they also need to win something with that. So it's either we fight them, loot them, and we go to the castle on our own, or we need to reason with them and convince them to leave this town alone and join us, which I'm not sure. I think that's too big
And
of
give
a
up the loot.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well then let's just kill them all.
At this point, you hear downstairs noise, heavy footsteps, rushing up the stairs. And I see that Cepheon is going outside of his room. And what he sees when he comes outside of his room is 6 armed guards. And you actually recognize 3 of them. One has been sitting the whole time downstairs in the inn, but was disappeared when you arrived here tonight. 2 of them have been standing outside of stone shield cover, and there are 3 more. And they walk up to Cepheon with their leader up front.
I heard some noise. Are you coming to help us get rid of
Sir,
the
would you please stand back? We are looking for a certain man that you look exactly like the person that we are looking for. We are looking for a man with a black long beard in a harness, and we are looking to arrest him for the assault of the town master yesterday late afternoon. would you please step aside, let your weapons roll, and come with us? We would like to do this the easy way and not use any violence.
I'm gonna intimidate those soldiers, and I say, listen, I am a paladin and I'm fighting for good, and that lousy ass mayor of this city is doing nothing to protect it. The Redbrands are extorting the people. We can go downstairs. We have witnesses, and according to the law of the paladins, the oath I'm following, we have witnesses, and we need to take action. I went to this man for support, and he didn't give it. So with some people from the town, we're gonna get rid of those fucking Redbrands and make it safe. After that, I will come with you gladly, and I'll have a nice conversation with you. But if you're gonna stop me now, then we're gonna have a serious problem.
This is
because
persuasion. Roll for persuasion.
Oh.
It's not really intimidate. It's not like, well, you were going into it, but it's more persuasion, so go for it.
15 plus 5 is 20, so...
20. All right. So they hold back. They look at you, and they're like, well, sir, we are not looking for any trouble. We see that if we need to use violence, it's going to be a very big mess. You look like the guy who can stand his own. Nevertheless, you have used violence against the townmaster of this hall. I hope that you understand that this should have consequences and that we cannot let this pass through.
And we will talk about that in the morning, if you don't mind. But I first need to get rid of this evil, and that maybe put some weight in the scale on the other matters. But I just cannot stand injustice. And that man is not worth of leading this town, and is putting everybody in danger. And I walk back into the room, and I say, well, I think they're gone for now, but we have to see about tomorrow.
You're very good at getting yourself into trouble, aren't you, Cepheon?
Well, those people just, they don't understand. That man, a mayor needs to protect his town, and if he doesn't do that, and he doesn't listen to reason, then he needs to be punished.
I haven't met him, but I believe you. Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna stay in the room for the rest of the night, or and talk in the morning? Because
we're gonna
these two guards are still outside, and if you try to leave, they will grab you by your shoulder.
I'm gonna...
Because they would like to know for sure that you promise, and that's what they tell you. We will not use harm. We allow that you will not come with us. And we understand your point, of course, but we are going to stay with you, and we're not going to let you leave this building until you promise you will not use any violence anymore against the town master or any inhabitants of this town. It's our way to protect. We are happy that you want to do a thing about the problem with the Redbrands, because we are clearly outnumbered. For the Redbrands, we're just with the 6 of us. But this situation needs to be solved right now. We would like to have a bit more respect.
Respect needs to be earned, and I can swear on my oath that I will don't do any harm to the people of this city or the people that are protecting this city. Unfortunately, my conversation with this town master is not over yet, and we'll have to see tomorrow how that goes. I cannot make any promises because I also have an oath to oblige, and
there is no violence against the town master. Otherwise, we need to see through, and you're going to be put in jail and take to justice in Neverwinter. That's how the things will go from the morning on. What are your plans for this night? And we'll see if we can let you through.
I just want to kill the evil that plagues this town called the Redbrands. That's all I want to do for now, and I think we can continue, and I will already swear my oath They will not do any harm to the people of the city or the people protecting the city. And if if your dear town master is actually protecting the city, then he falls under my oath, and there will not be any problem. And I try to persuade them.
We will let you off with the warning.
In the meantime, going to the door of Sildar. I'm gonna knock on his door. Say, hey, Sildar, are you there?
Oh, see, I cannot move my characters. Right, check.
Can I roll to persuasion check then for that?
For what?
To see if that works. If that works, or is that not needed?
No. You already did your persuasion, and that 20 I still will count.
Okay.
They were there to arrest you, to take you away, but you persuaded them into getting off with the warning. So, fine. Can everybody move now their characters? So they're leaving, yep. And we have Deimus that is knocking on the door of Sildar, as I see.
Yes.
So you knock on the door, but you don't hear. Do a perception check for me, please.
My dice are still in the back. Second.
Not a problem.
Natural 1.
All right,
Good
so
start.
you don't hear anything inside of the room. You don't hear movement, nothing at all. What do you do?
Guys,
I go and listen. I go listen at the door, and I also roll.
All right, perception check.
Natural 1.
All right, so also
Nice.
Azareah gets her ear to like the big giant elf ears to the door, and while she does that, she looks at Deimus and she nods, and like, there's nothing going on in this room, nothing suspicious. The door is closed. What do you do?
He should be in, right?
I go stand in front of the door and kick it in.
Do a strength check.
(13 + 1 = 14).
14. That is, let's say, 14. So you take a step back and you put your foot against the door. You try to kick it, but your kick is not hard enough, and the door stays firmly closed.
Cepheon starts laughing and says, "I'll show how you do that." And
also strength check.
40, 15, 16.
All right, so indeed, Cepheon pushes a bit Azareah to the side, and he takes 2 steps back, and with all his power, he kicks in the door, and the door flings open, and you will be able to go inside.
I take it that Cepheon naturally goes in first because
he kicked in the door, so he's going inside.
Cepheon says, "Excuse me, you'll check out this room. I'm gonna excuse myself and go downstairs to the people that will do that to the innkeeper to tell that I accidentally fell into another door."
all right, fine. So we'll follow along Deimus and Azareah, and then we switch to Cepheon, who goes downstairs to find the innkeeper. Who goes in first?
Crazy guy. He kicks in the door and walks away. What guy kicks in the door and walks away?
Well, he goes to apologize. Yeah, well, that's the GM's opinion. That is quite fair.
I guess I'll very carefully.
All right.
Sneak in case anything is wrong.
Roll a perception check.
$20.
And you rolled 20, or
I rolled 20. Yeah.
A natural 20. All right, so this room opens up for you as you have a view on everything. What you see is, first of all, you see on your left the bed where Sildar is laying on top of his bed with his eyes closed, still breathing, and he looks unconscious. What you, for the rest, see is that there is to your straight in front of you, there is a window, and this window is wide open. There's a breeze coming in that you can feel, and that you can, you see the curtains in the breeze as well. There is nothing suspicious more in this room, except when you walk closer towards Sildar, with your natural 20, you can see that he has a dart in his neck.
Azareah, do you see that dart and the open window? I think he might be shot with a poison or something. Is there anything you can do? Being a cleric and good with spells and healing?
I take a closer look at the bow and see if I can recognize it. What kind of bow is it?
It's a
We need to
red
maybe need to
feathered. Well, yeah, actually do an investigation check and see how much I can tell you.
It's 14.
14. So you see that there is this like half the size of an arrow with red feathers on the end, which is sticking in right in his neck, and around it, it's like it's this red kind of dash that it looks like. Yeah, that's basically all I can say with the 14.
All right, then I would like to use my Spare the Dying cantrip.
Spare the Dying cantrip. All right. What does that do? Spare the Dying.
It stabilizes someone who's dying so that he
All right.
cannot.
Yeah. All right. You can do that. So you touch. It's a cantrip. You touch Sildar, and while you do this, you feel that he has a pulse. So you're spared the dying, who's mostly focused on someone who has 0 hit points, so it's dying but also not, has no effect.
And
Maybe.
I use Cure Wounds spell.
All right.
Maybe it's a good idea to take out the dart as well.
In the meantime.
You can take out the dart. Roll sleight of hand.
Number 20. I mean,
All right. So
like, dice.
yeah, that's so you take out the dart. You rolled a natural 20.
No. I'm asking if I need to roll with a D20.
Yeah. Sleight of hand. You roll D20 and then you add your modifier of sleight of hand to that.
It's a 17.
17. So you take out the little arrow dart that was in his neck, and you see that this arrow has a bit of purplish substance on the tip of it.
Definitely poison. Has to be poison.
Can
Careful.
somebody call me? Or
People, what
Yes?
what do we do?
Can I still use my spell on him?
Yeah, but with Cure the Wounds, if you see the substance, then do you think that with Cure Wounds you can revive him? Let me put it this way.
And I get your point.
All right,
but then
all right.
at least I can cure the wound. But yeah, I would need to remove the The poison, apparently.
Exactly, and that's you can see and try to figure out if there's a way that you can do that, or take any other step or action together. Oi, oi, oi. That still.
Yes, I am gonna do lesser restoration.
Lesser restoration. All right. Which is, I think, a second level.
Level 2.
spell?
You touch a creature and can either one disease or one condition afflicting it. The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
All right. So Azareah puts her hand on when she takes out the dart. She puts her hand on the neck of Sildar, and she casts Lesser Restoration. And from her hand, there is a glow coming that you can see, and it goes through the veins that were clearly shown that there was poison going through the veins. And you see that it slowly disappears. And at that point, you see that Sildar slowly opens his eyes and very slowly looks around him. He looks at Azareah, and to the other side, he looks at Deimus, and he's like, What happened? The only thing I can remember is that I went to bed. What are you two doing here in my room?
Well, Azareah just saved you from the poison. We knocked on the door, no one was there, and then we came in, and we noticed you laying unconscious on the bed, and the windows were open, as if someone shot a dart of poison from outside.
Oh, this is something that I was already scared for. I know too much and they want to get rid of me.
Wait, can I suggest that we go downstairs to Cepheon, and then you can tell us the story, what you know?
I will see to try to get out of bed. And you see that he is very weak and tries to get up, but there is no energy or power in Sildar.
All right.
Which he says to you that
yeah,
go down to Cepheon and let me rest for a while and get awake, and we can talk later.
Okay. Is there like later as in tomorrow, or do you have anything important to say about the Redbrands?
The Redbrands are a problem in this town, that's what I know. And there might be, as I said earlier yesterday, clues for Cragmaw Castle. That should still be your focus. Please help me recover from this terrible feeling that I have.
Okay, let's go to Cepheon. I think it's not about tonight that he knows. I'm going to shut the window again and try to close it extra with some rope and make it tight so no one can get in again this evening.
All right, very smart. Well done. So you really close it down. Did you have some rope or so, or something that you would use to do that?
I do have some rope. Yeah.
All right, nice. So you tie it completely against a wooden thing in the ceiling
50,
and on
50
the...
feet. So might not need all of the rope.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All right. Cool. So Inverna is also going to follow you along to go downstairs because she's still very eager to do something about this Redbrand problem. Even though this whole situation costed about an hour right now. So you go down the stairs, and down the stairs is where Cepheon, but hold on, because before you go down the stairs together, we roll the time a bit back, because in the meantime that you are in the room with Sildar, Cepheon was already going down. So we roll the time a bit back, and we go have a look.
Hoping to hear something about the argument they were having, because that was too convenient that our DM mentioned that. So,
Sorry?
Cepheon went downstairs
Mm-hmm.
and he approaches the counter without saying anything. And yeah, then he listens to see if he hears where they are, where the how's
There
it
you
called? Tom? Tom? No. What's his name?
So you went downstairs. You stand at the counter, and you just hear. You don't hear any discussion. You don't hear any voices anymore. It's nice, peaceful, and quiet. In downstairs in the inn, the fire is a bit crackling. Their lights are still a bit on, but there's nobody around.
Okay, then I'll look. I go to the kitchen to see if there's still somebody there.
You go to the kitchen or you call out?
I call out.
You call out.
Hello, is there anybody here?
Oh yes, yes, of course. Oh, it is you from room number 4. Cepheon, if I was right.
Yes.
What can I do for you at this late hour? And he looks at you a bit surprised that you are actually standing in front of him.
Well, we are going to get rid of the Redbrands at this moment, so we're actually getting ready to leave now. And when I walked away, I saw that there was a door of the other room that was like a little bit broken. So I just wanted you to inform you of that. I don't know. Yeah.
The door was broken, but earlier today, the last time I do my round, because I do rounds to have your safety with the guard, that was not broken yet.
Well, I mean...
But thank you for letting me know. That's very kind of you. You must be very concerned about the inn.
Yes, I love this inn. I feel that's my second house, so I want to... Yeah, it's just amazing. So... I don't want to be in a bad standing, so that's why.
All right. I've no idea why you would be in any bad standing, and
well, maybe I fell against the door and then it broke, so that's why.
Well, you're a large man. I don't want any trouble. Please, we will fix it. And we will press no charges against you.
Well, thank you very much, and I will wait here for my friends and get rid of the town of Redbrands.
Thank you. All right, and clearly very scared of you. He walks back, but he does not turn his back on you. He walks back while looking at you into the kitchen area.
And then I just stand there waiting for...
And at that point, we have Azareah, Deimus, and Inverna coming down the stairs.
I said, okay, let's do this. Oh, maybe... what are we going to do? Shall we just knock on the door?
Wait, what, of this kitchen or the ruins you meant?
No, the guardhouse. Yeah, and we start while we're walking there. We're walking there. We can do a little bit battle tactics talk, I think.
Yeah, I think we should just casually walk there, like confident, as if it's normal that we walk there. Not be suspicious, and just walk straight to the ruin. And then I think when we get there, I think it's important. I don't know what's going to be underneath there, but Darren told us the hideout, the safe house, is underneath the ruins. And it might be important that we just stick together with the 4 of us.
And
I
on
agree,
that
but
note,
I would. Sorry.
no, go please.
I would say that we are rather sneaking because the road might actually be full of Redbrands.
Okay.
I cannot smell people. I wear a splint. So, I mean, I move, you can hear me squeaking a mile away. So, stealth is not an option for me.
Is that the disadvantage on stealth then?
Yeah.
All right, all right.
So, that's not an option for me. That's why I was like, maybe I can just, we go there, reconnaissance. And, stealth is not an option for me. So,
You
I can tell.
leave the inn in the dark of night, and you find yourself outside on the street, which sounds pretty quiet. Let me put the players. Azareah, you're taking Guad with you.
Is that a question? I mean, I obviously am
That
taking.
is a question, yes.
Yes, I am obviously.
It was 3 days ago. Where were the ruins? In the east side or in the south? Oh, yeah, to the right.
I think it's the east side. I'm pretty sure it was the east side.
I don't remember. It was 3 days ago.
One suggestion: let's walk there in a very wide circle around the Redbrands Inn.
That's a very smart idea.
Oh, I put you in front of the Townmaster Hall. I'm so sorry. You're in front of the Stonehill Inn, right over there. There you go. So you are outside in the streets, in the middle of the night. It sounds quite, that there's not much going on in that night, but it looks might deceive. I completely forget that you have Inverna. I should not forget about our Moonwalker elf. There we go. So what's the plan? You know the way, Deimus?
Yeah, I mean, I can basically see it, right? This is clear, all of this?
100%. It's the manor that you're pointing to is on top of a hill, so it looks over. It's like an old manor ruin. It's completely a waste, and it's on top of a hill, 2 stories high. So it overlooks whole Fendelin. So you will see it basically from any point in town.
Exactly, and we also see the ruined wall. So I suggest, like, guys, let's go behind the wall, just follow the wall up to the ruin, so we can actually go up the hill from this point.
Okay. Oh, slowly walking. Yeah.
It's Inverna is very camouflaged. So you walk during the night, and this is a smart move because you don't find any Redbrands on this way that you are following, and you find yourself in front of, as I said, an old manor and completely ruined. You go inside of these ruins, and if you could all three do me an investigation check, because you're probably looking for something, right?
We are,
Yes,
and I would
you-
also love what to look around for me.
Yeah, but this that's
17.
All right. 2
What check are
and
we doing?
Damus?
Yeah, I have 17.
17.
Yeah.
And what check are we doing right now?
Investigation.
Okay, 18.
All right. And Damus, Cepheon had a 2.
And what? Can I throw for him?
Gwat is more like your companion. It's more like your you cannot give him actions or something to do. But let's do it. Yeah, you roll perception for Gwat.
Yeah, he can smell, right? He can smell where human smell comes from, or food, or whatever. In theory. But it's all up to you, mighty DM.
Hello? Azareah?
Yeah.
How much did the wolf throw?
17.
17, alright. So basically, everybody except Cepheon finds in the rumble a hatch to go down. And this hatch is not locked. So you open it up and it opens and it puts some stairs down. And I assume that you were all going down into this cellar. Or what would you like to
Yes.
do?
I will take the lead because I'm not afraid of the dark.
That's great.
All right. Yeah.
I would go and I would command what to stay and alert if someone would come.
Alright, that's great. That's great.
So smart.
So Azareah stays outside?
No.
No.
I go inside, but I command what to stay and alert if.
Oh, Gwat. Okay, yeah, okay. Sorry. Yeah, Gwat is the name I... This... you come down the stairs and you come through this door over here. And the door opens into a 5-foot wide landing, 15 feet above a large cellar, with stone steps descending to the floor in 2 short flights. Like this.
Mm-hmm.
Another door stands beneath the stairs to the north. A large stone cistern occupies the western part of the room, whose walls are lined with kegs and barrels. So we have a cistern. And here's then a small door that provides you to like a little cupboard or so. Alright, so it appears to be just a large storage cellar. Exactly the sort of thing that you might expect to find beneath an old manor.
Can I investigate the room?
Of course.
Yeah. Also doing the same. Gonna check out what's in these barrels if there's anything valuable or interesting.
First of all, we have Cepheon who does investigation. What exactly are you investigating?
And see if I can see if there are other, which route is mostly used.
Which route is mostly used?
Yeah, if I can see like if there's where the most people go.
Alright. And how much did you throw for that?
15.
15. Alright. So what you see with your investigation is that up here you see that there are scratches on the floor, which points out that there is definitely like a wall that has been moved around a lot of times.
So I start looking. I want to investigate the wall.
All right.
16.
16. So you feel the wall, and you definitely feel that this is not a sturdy wall. It's been used very much, and you just give it a slight push, and you feel that it opens to your right, and it reveals a hallway behind it. You've just discovered a secret door that has been used a lot. Deimus, you were searching the barrels.
Yes, and I rolled, have 17 in total.
17 in total. So the barrels contain salted pork, beef, flour, sugar, apples, and maybe most importantly, ale.
Ooh, okay. Can I take this ale? Is there anything around that I can use to take, I don't know, a tankard or a flagon or...
Unfortunately, no tanker. It's only these barrels completely filled. So it's up to you if you would like to use it, move it around, or
Dive your head
keep
into
at
it
bay.
and drink.
That is also an option. Like there is one of these barrels with ale has a little tab in the middle that you can open up, and then there comes something out. There's just no tankard for you to put it into.
Not the best moment. We might want to go back here to celebrate when they're dead. Now I'm not so sure. Okay, good to know. For now,
I walk back and I look to Deimus and say, when you're ready, playing around and looking for loot, I found the way to go.
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, Inverna is not a very talkative, just so you know, is not a very talkative elf, but she's following along nicely with you and happy to be part of this adventure.
I step into the hallway.
Yeah, I'm following behind Cepheon.
All right, so thick dust covers the flagstones of this somber hallway. It's not dark. There's slightly a bit of light with torches to the sides. The walls are decorated with faux columns every 10 feet, and the double doors at the west end of the hall are sheathed in copper plate and now green with age. These ones right over here. A relief carving of a mournful angel graces the door. And Cepheon, I would like you to do a dexterity acrobatics check for me, please.
Ooh, 5. Wait. Athletics?
Acrobatics.
4.
4. Because at the moment that you passed over here, there is a trap. And you fall 20 feet down to the dirt floor of the pit, and you need to take 2d6 bludgeoning damage, and you will be prone at that point.
5. And 1, 6.
Yeah, 2d6.
Yeah, 6 in total.
Do I have prone? Yes.
No, Cepheon!
Yeah, what do the others do when they see this?
Yeah, I'm running to the hole and I'm checking if I can see him, and I'm gonna throw out my rope immediately to try to get him out, to give him aid to get him out, to get out.
All right, so he's prone, but that is not very much of a big deal if he's outside of combat. Right now, he can just use an action to stand up and ends this condition.
Exactly. That's what I do.
All right, so there
And
you
I
go.
grab the rope and I start climbing up. And I use my full strength to do that.
And while he does it, I'm just gonna hold tight, resist, like really put my weight to the back, so I'm not getting pulled down the pit as well. Azareah, help me as well, please.
Can I roll athletics to see how it goes?
Inverna, help me as well, please.
Then Deimus needs to throw for a strength check. And I
With
think, Cepheon, you also use your strength to climb up, right?
Trying
We
to
also have
athletics.
them. We have to also roll them.
So if you can all three roll strength.
I have natural 20.
18, 20.
Yeah, so even though Azareah tries to help as much as she can, she didn't have much of input because Deimus had some kind of bizarre, incredible rush of power because he sees like his, well, not really much of a friend, but his companion down in a pit, and it gives him some adrenaline. And with that, you see this wondrous power, how he one by one pulls up the cord and the rope, and how he just lifts up Cepheon outside of this 20 feet deep pit.
Phew. I'm really strange. Normally, I'm weak as can be, but good to see you back out, Cepheon. Let's be more careful. Like really carefully. The whole hideout must be full of traps.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was in what a noobish action. Well, I led armies, but I'm not so good in dungeons yet, so that's a good lesson for me. I want to use lay on hands on myself. I want to focus on myself, and I put one hand over another, and I want to use. Let me see how much I got. I got 15 lay on hands pools, so I want to use 10 to heal myself.
Sorry?
So I want to put my hand on one another and use my lay on hand to
Lay on hand.
and I have a pool of 15 hit points, 15 restore points,
Okay.
and I can use 10 to heal myself.
So with lay on hand, once in a long rest or so, you can.
Yeah, and if I use now 10, then I have 5 left, and then I can add 10 to my current.
Your character
Oh, wait,
sheet is
sorry, 9.
not available for me, so I cannot look that up for you.
What?
So, but you can plus 10 HP then.
9. I'm sorry, 27.
All right.
6.
Yeah. Great. Well, that's great. And the pit is now clearly visible, so you can all jump over it and see what to do next.
Do we need to roll for that?
For what? For jumping?
Jump over yeah.
Fine by me if you want to. Do an acrobatics check.
Well, I don't want to.
Hey, no, you want to roll, you roll. Do all an acrobatics check.
Oh, athletics?
I would like to do an acrobatics.
Can't I? Oh, no, it doesn't matter though. No, never mind. Okay. Yeah.
12.
5. 7. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, Azareah.
A 9.
A 9. All right, you all successfully jump over it. I put the standard of difficulty very low for this one.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just a jump over it. The pit is deep, but not all too wide. Maybe some 5 feet or so, but you'll be able. And Inverna is also luckily through just enough. All right.
I want to investigate the door if that's possible.
Of course, investigate the door. Throw an investigation check.
11.
11. So you put your hands on the door and you feel that you can actually just easily push them open. They are not locked, and they are not like they're like this. Yeah, if I need to give an example, like these cowboy saloon doors or so, or like these doors that you go from one area in the other without that you need to close it or so. So you can just open them up, and you don't feel that there might be a trap if that is what you were looking for.
Yeah. Okay, then I feel step into the next room.
All right. The rest is going to follow along.
Yeah, but slow. I'm first gonna look what I'm gonna see before I actually move. Okay, nothing really looking very threatening. Then I'm gonna slowly step over the door, and again, I'm gonna see if I can see anything in this room of traps. Cepheon.
All right.
Okay.
So that's investigation. If you're looking really for something, that's investigation. So throw investigation.
Anything?
17 again. 12
All right.
plus 1.
So
I'm
what
okay.
you see in this area is 3 large stone sarcophagi, and they stand within the dusty crypt, and propped up against each sarcophagus is a human skeleton clad in bits of rusty mail. False columns along the walls are carved in the image of spreading oak trees. The double doors in the southeast corner are sheeted in tarnished copper plate. Those doors you just came through. And you see to the north a door, and on the east another door. And then 3 sarcophagi with 3 skeletons standing next to it against the wall.
Okay, and the skeletons with the sarcophagi, there's only one with mail, and the rest is just a skeleton.
What do you mean?
Is there anything else in the coffins?
I
You
would
need
like
to
to
check the
investigate all of
coffins
them.
itself then.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to investigate, and it was 5:15. Sorry, I have to do -1.
So you get, so you open up.
This one.
And at the moment you lay your hand. Roll investigation for me first and see how this rolls out.
I was just investigating. I drew 15 for investigation. That's what-
15?
Yeah.
All right. So you open up the sarcophagus.
No,
Yes.
investigate it first.
You
I'm not
rolled
alert.
15 for investigate, right?
Yeah.
So then you want to know what's inside.
Well, I just investigated the coffin first.
All right, yeah, it's just an
I just
ordinary
felt to it.
coffin.
I just
You
I just
go
felt
with
to
your
a bit.
fingers around the edges where you can open up, and you try to find with your fingers if there is like a cord or a trap that connects it, that if you open it up or so, that there's
Yeah,
actually
exactly.
any cause. But when you align your fingers around the corner, there's nothing suspicious that you feel. Even though the skeleton that is on your right side, yeah, it scares you a tiny bit, even though it looks like just a dead skeleton, nothing going on.
I feel
You
I'm
go
still-
and open it up.
no. Actually, I don't. I don't want to open it up.
I would like to open everything up. No one else
Everything
wants
up.
to.
All
I am
right.
too curious.
All right. Well, first of all, roll investigation, and so you open this up already, and then you go search in it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so you open it up, and nothing happens. And roll an investigation to see what you find.
17.
17.
Yes.
People are throwing high today. So, amid the bones in this sarcophagus, you find a platinum signet ring.
I take it and I lift it above my head, and say, "My precious."
That's the spirit. Great.
All right.
And I look at it even more if I know what kind of ring it is.
It's just an ordinary platinum ring.
Well, good. Then I put it in my inventory
All right.
or put on my finger. I don't know if that's a good
Whatever
idea.
you want.
Yeah, I don't know if it's good to put it on my finger, but yeah, I put it on my finger.
All right. Well, it looks beautiful on you. You're precious. Anyone else, or you would like to
open?
open all the rest of the sarcophagus?
Yep.
Or
If
is the sarcophagus
I give the
higher?
chest to the others, but I also look if
That I'm not dissuading the dead. I look for my loot in another way.
I was opening this one as well. And I rolled a natural 20 as well. Yeah.
All right. So you open this one up, and you find a gold signet ring amid the bones.
And I'm gonna take that one as well.
Nice. And nobody else. The rest is gonna stay closed. All right. Well,
I go then to the other one. If there are two, we open now two, no, and also the third one, no.
All right. Yeah. That's
Didn't
that's fine.
Cepheon open this one?
Nope.
Oh well, then I do open it.
So you open that one up. Roll investigation.
11.
11. So you search through the rumble of the bones, and you don't see not much of worth in this one, even though at the bottom of its feet you do see like a wooden ring, like a small wooden ring.
Which I also put on my other hand, on my other finger.
All right. Can you roll for me a perception check?
Wait,
No, an intelligence check.
13.
13. So with this 13, you put the wooden ring on your finger and you hold it up and you look at it. And what you see is all kind of little animal heads engraved in the side. A bunny, a chicken, a wolf. And on the back side, it is engraved that this is a ring of animal influence.
That
Right.
sounds good.
Which
Nice.
you can add to your inventory, if you like.
Yeah, sure. What is it called? Animal what?
A ring of animal influence. Let me have a look. The ring has 3 charges and it regains 1d4 expended charges daily at dawn. While wearing the ring, you can use an action to expend one of its charges to cast one of the following spells. Animal friendship, fear, or speak with animals.
And what do those mean? I mean, I understand
that's spells that you could use if you wear this ring. Any bearer
but-
of this ring could use specific spells. Like it's an enchanted item, which you can find multiple of these in the campaign. And when you wear it, it has 3 charges.
I understand the speak, but there was the friendship and the fear, which I don't.
Animal friendship. Let me have a look. This spell lets you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a beast that you can see within range. It must see and hear you. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw to be charmed by you. So basically, with this spell, you can make a beast that is hostile to you. You can actually make that it stops attacking you.
And then the fear.
Fear. You project a phantasmal image of a creature's worst fears. Each creature in 30-foot cone must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or drop whatever it is holding and become frightened for the duration.
That's huge. That's the level 3 spell, I believe.
It is, yes, level 3rd. Wow.
Right.
It is holding and become frightened. While frightened by the spell, a creature must take the dash action and move away from you by the safest available route on each of its turns. Unless there's nowhere to move, if the creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight, The creature can make a wisdom saving throw. So basically you scare the shit out of something and it wants to get away from you as much as you want.
Okay.
As far as it can.
So yeah, basically I scare it away, I befriend one or speak to them.
Yes. But it has, keep in mind it has 3 charges that only regenerate once a day at dawn. By throwing, well, it says here 1d3, but I'm not sure if any of you ever heard of a d3.
No, it doesn't exist, right?
That's why I'm like 1d3. I don't know, so I'll make it then a d4.
But you have 3 charges per long rest.
And this the one.
Well, it says
no.
here that 3 charges, expended charges daily at dawn.
Hey, wouldn't it be easier just per long rest?
We can do that, yeah. So per long rest, you
Not
roll
really
1d4.
because. So, but then I can use basically all 3 once a day, or between like long rest or sunrise or sunset. I mean,
It depends. You can use animal friendship 3 times or so. It also depends if you use the d4 to regenerate it and you only throw a 1, then you can only 1 charge back in it because to only use it once.
like that. Okay.
And with using a spell slot or without using a spell slot?
This is without using a spell slot. You use the charges of the ring to cast these things.
Wow, bonus action, nice.
That's big. That's a precious.
Nice.
Wooden ring is much more precious, I think.
Yeah, it's a wooden
Maybe
ring.
the other one also holds something.
You've gold and platinum and wood, but wood was one of the strongest finds you could have in this room.
All right. Cool.
All right.
Cool.
What's next?
I step into the next room.
When you do that, you hear growling and you hear rattling, and the 3 skeletons wake up while you move through that door, and they start attacking you at the moment you try to get into the other area.
Okay.
Which means you need to roll for initiative for this one.
I can I put my object back?
Oh, hold on. Yeah, you can't see it. There you go.
Okay.
I knew we had to disassemble them when we saw them.
That was an option, I think. Yeah. So there you go. First initiative of this episode.
I have a 6.
Oh wait. 12.
Need to get the initiative rolling.
I have 10.
Oof. Can everybody fill it in for themselves or not? Oh yeah, nice. Okay, cool. So I have 4 to roll
It's a
for.
D20, right? It's a D20, right?
For initiative, yes, for sure.
No. I have to choose someone.
D20 plus initiative.
No, minus in my case. But
Need to get my papers out. 1 second. All right. Good. Skeleton number 2 is closest to Inverna. So it will try to grab and attack Inverna with its short sword that it has in its hand. And with the short sword, it hits Inverna. D6. For 3 piercing damage. So at the moment that the skeleton wakes up, it grabs his short sword and it stabs Inverna in the back. And now Inverna can't really show that, but she will turn around and gets out her longsword and tries to attack the skeleton back by sticking it straight or decapitate the head. But because she is just hit, she turns around and she loses a bit of balance and she completely misses her attack on skeleton number 2. Cepheon, it's your turn.
I start humming and I channel my energy. And I channel divinity, control undead. And I look at the undead that were just attacking Inverna. And I want to control it, and it must do a wisdom saving throw. On a failure, the target must obey my commands for 24 hours, and it will only work on undead. And yeah, this look like undead.
Skeleton is a medium undead, yeah, for sure. So, and only one or all three, or how does this work?
One undead.
One
So
undead.
that's,
Which one are you focusing on?
The one that just attacked Inverna.
Okay,
At
so
least
that's
it doesn't damage. Yeah.
And a wisdom saving throw needs to do?
Yeah, of 13. And undead with a CR equal or greater than 3 is immune.
So, when is he immune?
If he has a CR greater than 3.
CR?
Yeah.
Never heard of that either.
No, me neither.
Is that charisma?
That's CHA.
With a CR? Okay.
I also don't see it in the stats of the skeleton, CR.
Okay.
It
Well,
must be
then-
challenge PB. He has... Yeah, no, not really. So I'll
Okay.
just,
Well, it might be.
yeah.
I think CR might be like you have creature levels.
All right.
But
It's a medium undead lawful evil. So for this, I would just say I'll skip that and say that I throw a 10 as a wisdom saving throw, which means that right now at this point, skeleton number 2 is under command of Cepheon as for how long?
24 hours.
24 hours. All right.
And that's my action.
Means that I'll put him into your command right now. Cepheon, there you go. Would you like his stats? No, because I think you can then command it to attack and everything.
Yes.
I'll give it to you in the Discord, okay?
Okay. Thank you. And that's my action for this turn, and I end my turn.
You don't do a move or anything?
No, I can't, because this is my action. I'm not gonna move with a small room.
All right, that's cool. You got a private message with the stats of the skeleton.
Talking about convenient spells.
Yep. Exactly. Well done. Okay, so that's one less skeleton to worry about. We go to Deimus the Trickster.
Well, I'm not gonna pull out too many tricks out of the bag because I think this is just the first room. So I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast skeleton number 2.
Go for it.
Rolling 6.
Oh, hold on. Just I'm gonna intervene here.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna help you out. I can also just let it roll, but that's not really nice. Skeleton number 2 has just been under control of Cepheon, so you might want to attack a different skeleton.
Thank you, DM, for...
Oh, was that skeleton
Yeah,
number 2?
I can also just let it go and you start attacking the skeleton that just went to fight for you, but
Sorry. Yeah.
I wouldn't find that very fair. I'm a DM who's not your enemy, okay?
Can I hit skeleton number 3 then? Like, shoot past skeleton number 2?
It's a skeleton, so you can try to get through it. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Not sure if we're going to hit though, because I'm rolling 11.
11. Ooh, so you get your Eldritch your Eldritch Blast ready to spring, and you try to evade skeleton number 2, which is in front of you. But because you do this, you scratch the wall and you miss skeleton that is behind. Skeleton number 2. At that point, skeleton number 3 is its turn. It has a speed of 30 feet. So it can move towards the closest thing. They're not that smart. So the first thing that they can, and it gets out is a short sword to attack Inverna. And but this time Inverna was completely aware of the attack and evades the short sword attack of skeleton number 3. And that gives us Azareah's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna attack skeleton number 1.
Alright, go for it.
With my longsword.
Alright.
Is a 15.
15. Alright, roll for damage.
So in this case, then I want the D10, I think, right?
If it says D10,
That's my new thing. Yeah. Okay. Can you see it?
no, you get just such a blue nice dice.
Well, yes, but I need to then look quickly. It takes a bit longer.
Yeah.
And then I throw a 0, so the number 3 would have been better.
No, because if you throw a 0, that's a 10.
Oh, well, then it's great.
Yes, you see?
Okay.
If you
okay.
throw a D10 and you throw 0, that's the 10. Because 0
Well,
doesn't
that's
exist,
new
so-
information.
All right,
Alright.
so that's a 10. So you do 10 damage to the skeleton with your longsword, you say?
Yes.
And that was skeleton number 1.
1.
That's 10 damage.
The one who gave me the ring.
All right, so you take out your longsword and you like chop off its head. But since it's a skeleton, it's still moving around, sticking his arms out in front, and tries to see blindly by now, so it will have disadvantages. Keep reminding me it will have disadvantage now on attacks. But he's still alive, even though he's now walking around with his arms spread out, trying to find someone in its area, or maybe finds its head that is now rolling over the floor. And at that point, it's skeleton 1's turn. So it blindly tries with disadvantage attack Azareah. That's a D10. Fuck. Where are you? Yeah, and Azareah sees it coming from a mile away and is able to evade the panicky stretched arms of the skeleton that is now still completely like you can see it in front of you how this thing is now trying to find anything in its path.
Technical question: does that mean that we now have advantage on attacking the skeleton since it cannot see us?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, for sure.
Just a
Because
quick-
you probably you kind of surprise him from every single corner. So if you attack that skeleton, you will have advantage. Skeleton number 2 is its turn, which is under control of Deimus.
I let the skeleton 2 attack skeleton number 1.
All right.
Do you?
You have the stats, right? You know what he can do.
Yeah.
And,
Do I need to roll?
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
roll?
It's under your control now. So see it as your companion. You roll for his attacks. You decide how it attacks and what it does from now on.
Okay.
For the next 24 hours, and then it's gonna turn around to you again.
Yes. +4 hit is 1d6. +2. Okay. Yeah. Then I need to throw. Is it d20 for the hit?
Yep.
Because that's +4. That seems really low.
It's not a strong
19?
enemy, probably.
19.
So
And then,
you throw 19 for.
and what do I need to do now? Is it +4?
Yeah, if you
No.
throw 19, then it's +4 to hit, so that's 23, and that you put against the armor class of the other skeleton, which I will do, but you have that information now also, what's its armor class. And that hits, so now you throw for damage, which is 1d6 +2. At least you use the short sword, right?
Yes. Yes, of course. 3 + 2 is 5.
Alright, so that's 5 damage on skeleton number 1, who was already panicking
do it.
around.
Try to hit the armor with the sword.
Yeah, but already got his head chopped off, and the other skeleton now with his short sword chops him straight through the middle, and that kills skeleton number 1. The undead hopefully is now forever dead.
And then I still have some movement left.
And then I have something created in the last days. Look at that.
Nice.
Nice.
And I let the skeleton walk back next to me.
Yeah, you still let some. They have 30 feet of movement. So, all right, that was skeleton number 1. Inverna's turn, who turns around and goes and attacks skeleton number 3 with her long sword. And hits it and sees what Azareah is doing. So also tries to chop off its head and get advantage. Of course she uses it with 2 hands, but this is... Why not? That's a d10. And does 10 damage as well to skeleton number 3. So with that, she also successfully manages to chop off the head of this skeleton. The head rolls to the right and starts laying next to the other head. And also the skeleton sticks immediately out its front arms and tries to go and find and panics around. Cepheon's turn.
Cepheon realizes that if she's gonna smash his halberd, he's gonna hit everybody. So in this condition, so he just says, "Listen, you finish that last one off," and skips his turn because he doesn't want to damage his friends.
That's fine by me, Deimus.
Okay, I'm just gonna try. Rolling 10, 15 to hit.
15 to hit.
Yes.
With your Eldritch Blast.
Yes.
That's great. Yeah, you hit. Go for
Finally.
it.
There you go.
Yes, it makes me very happy.
All right. So 1d10 plus 3 is 9 damage.
Oh, right. Yeah, you blow this skeleton to pieces. Bones everywhere. It's a goner. And at that point, you not only successfully managed to get past this room, but you also, for the next 24 hours, have a very deadly friend into your party.
Very nice. Also, just on the side note, because I killed the creature, I get 6 temporary hit points. It's a warlock feature.
That's great. Well done. All right, so skeleton number 2 has not been hit, has still 13 hit points. So all the others still know that as well then.
Okay.
Inverna has been hit though, has 10 hit points left.
I'll get you.
So which area are you going to? There are 2 doors.
Ooh. Hmm.
That's the door that I was trying to go through when they attacked me.
All right.
This one.
All right. That's great. Go for it.
Yeah.
Need to get my other book now again.
Okay. And then I say this is a tunnel. I think we should also see what's on the other door so we can decide where we go.
So
Okay.
what you see is a small area with only one door to the right.
Okay.
And then Deimus goes. At
I
least, I'm not sure how you communicate with the undead, Cepheon. How do you know what the undead sees?
Channel divinity, I think by mind control.
So do you speak the language of because their language understands all languages it's spoken live, but it cannot speak. So it
Okay.
understands you, but it cannot talk back.
So I walk there and I see there's a hallway and I'm commanded to wait. And I look to Deimus, what's on the other door.
Great. Yes. All right. Good. Deimus, what do you do?
Okay, so I'm gonna just do a perception check on this door, see if there's any traps related to this door, just to be
All
sure.
right. Perception check.
14, 17, 21.
21. There you see it's an ordinary door with no traps at all. But
Okay. Oh,
you do hear voices on the other side.
All right. Guys, I hear voices on the other side. What should we do? There's probably some Redbrands on the other side.
Finally, some action. I smack open the door and I walk inside and I say, "Good evening, gentlemen. What are you doing here?" Order my skeleton to follow me.
Where is my button? There we go. So this long room is partitioned into 3 areas, with iron bars walling off the north and the south, which you can clearly see. Right, there you go. And there you go. Filthy straw lines the floors of those cells, the hinged doors of which are secured by chains and padlocks. A pair of disheveled human women are held in the cell to the south. And there is like an older lady in the cell to the north. Not that old, but clearly older than the two in the south cell. They are all dressed in plain grey tunics and have iron collars fitted around their necks. A heap of discarded clothing is piled carelessly against the far wall, which clearly shows that they are not the first and not the last prisoners. Plus, you see 2 Redbrands trying to surprise you. But if Cepheon can roll intimidation for me, please.
Um, 23.
All right, so the Redbrands were trying to surprise you by attacking you as soon as you come in. But by the way that you came in, they hesitated. And which means you are not surprised by their attack. But of course, they're still gonna attack you. So we are going to roll for initiative again.
Two.
Let me see. We have skeleton number 2, of course. You also need to roll initiative for skeleton number 2.
What does it have on initiative rolls?
It doesn't have a plus on it.
And also two.
All right, great. Oh, and Inverna is mine. You have skeleton number 2 rolled to 2.
Yes.
All right. That means that even though we're really cramped in this little area, did Azareah and Deimus throw for initiative?
Yes.
Yep, I changed it already. Yeah.
Me
All
too.
right. So yeah. So we need to see in this. I need to say that the spaces are like 5 feet. I looked it a bit up since last time I had a bit of trouble with the goblins trying to surpass each other, and in the first one, so you can pass each other on the way to go into the room or attack someone. You're not you're not blocking a complete space. You can pass by someone, but you cannot have more than 2 at one place. So Azareah, it's your turn. What do you do?
The skeleton is still supposed to be here, I think. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the skeleton is
And it's all 5 feet. Those two.
one square is 5 feet, yes. And you can
Right.
move 30 feet, I think, or 40, I don't know.
I do 20.
All right.
So I think I'm gonna do a spell, which
Alright.
is spiritual weapon. That means I can create a floating astral weapon that can attack twice in a round 2 different enemies within 20 feet. I think. Yeah.
So you have so you're gonna create a weapon
Yes.
that can attack. Yeah, that's everything out that. All right. Where would you like to have that? Explain to me where you, because this is always, yeah, this is a spell. It's not an attack, so you don't have to roll anything. I think it's gonna just disappear somewhere, or it's gonna
No, it
appear
does
somewhere.
say that. Yeah, I first zoom, I think. So it's gonna take this. I'm gonna create it here. To attack this guy. Whoops. It's gonna take the thing of a long sword. So basically, I attack now this one, and I would like to move it because I can move it to up to 20 feet as a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to then put it here, and then within 5 feet of this point, I can attack somebody again.
All right. So now it's right over here, and then
Yeah.
you roll for attack and hit, and then damage again. Yeah.
So first a d20, which is a 13. And then a 3 plus a 4 is a 7, if it counts as a hit.
All right. So your first attack, that was a hit.
Okay.
You, from the other room that you're in, you are able to create a sword. I'll just say that it's a sword in the other room where the captives are and the Redbrands. And out of nowhere, this shining sword appears floating in midair, and it cuts and it stabs the Redbrand that is in the north of the room. And it damages the Redbrand, and it starts. He starts bleeding, and he's very badly hurt. After that, the sword goes more south in the room and aims for the Redbrand that is right over there. But the Redbrand saw the sword appearing, hit its comrade, and then saw the sword coming to him, and he was able to deflect the attack of the second attack of the magical floating sword. Deimus! Eldritch
Okay.
Blastin'?
Yeah, of course. I'm going to the door, and I'm going to wait. Actually, this guy is damaged, right? And this one not.
Exactly. Yeah. The one in north is damaged. South is was able to deflect.
Okay, I can probably just see him through the door like this. This is line of sight, right?
Yeah. That's yes, for sure. The door the door opens to the right, so you can see him. You can peek through. So you can try to Eldritch Blast his ass.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast. 9. Miss.
That's a 9. And unfortunately, it's too small, the area that you would like to shoot your Eldritch Blast through. And you hit the doorpost instead of the Redbrand, unfortunately. Redbrand number 5, who just has been very nastily cut by the magical floating sword, has Cepheon in its eye. And a Redbrand can do a multi-attack. They can use 2 melee attacks. And he gets out his short sword and throws a natural 20 to hit Cepheon.
I AC 17, so
So that's a hit, and he takes 1d6 plus 2 damage. So that's 7 damage on Cepheon. And then he tries to hit Cepheon again. And that's a 15 to hit. Oh no, that's plus 4. That's 19 to hit. Cepheon.
it's AC 17 still, so.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I need to... So he hits you, and he throws then 5 damage. Piercing damage with his multi-attack short sword on Cepheon. The Redbrand in the south feels a bit powerless against the floating sword in front of him, but sees one of the skeletons that he normally always sees in the area close here, walking around behind the intruder, and sees that it's not attacking the intruder, but that it's fiercely looking at him. So he is going to try to decapitate the skeleton that's right in front of him there with his multi-attack. And while he keeps an eye out on the floating magical sword, he tries to hit the skeleton, and he completely misses. The skeleton is too thin for his sword. And he tries to hit again, and also the second hit did not manage to hit the skeleton. Inverna, who's staying very much behind, rushes. Need to make Inverna a bit smaller. Rushes in, stands next to the skeleton, and tries to hit the Redbrand to the north, who is already damaged. Too much screens over here. And because she needs to maneuver through the door, maneuvers next to the skeleton, still being very scared of the skeleton. She doesn't trust it one bit. And she tries to hit the Redbrand, but the Redbrand saw her coming, and even though he is bloody damaged, he was able to deflect the attack of Inverna. And now it's the skeleton's turn.
I order the skeleton to attack the Redbrand who just hit me. Redbrand Ruffian number 5.
Alright, go for it.
5. No, so... Oh, plus 4 to hit?
Yep, yeah.
Fine.
So that's 9 then?
9, yeah.
Yeah, so the skeleton tries to hit the Redbrand Ruffian, but after the attack of Inverna, he was also able to maneuver himself out of the way of the attack of the skeleton. What does Cepheon do at that point?
Really annoyed. I take my halberd, I lift it up my head, and I try to cleave it right through his, because it doesn't look like he has a helmet, right through his head.
The number 5, I think, as well.
Yes.
All right. throw for damage. Throw for attack.
19 plus 4 is 23.
Oh yeah, that hits him. That hits him on the head. How much damage do you do?
Eight plus 2 is 10 damage.
10 damage. So as expected, when you put your halberd above your head and with all your power you smack it down on his head, you cleave his head, you hear his skull break, and he falls to his knees, and this Redbrand is dead and has been brutally murdered.
I turn around to the other Redbrand because it's still my turn, and he's surrounded by the skeleton, the floating sword, and me. And I say, "What do? You want to keep on fighting? Or do you want to might live through the situation?" Intimidating.
All right, throw for intimidation.
Plus 5, 20.
All right. So the ruffian, the Redbrand ruffian, sees his brother dead, sees as he completely outnumbered. He looks at you, and he's like, "Please spare my life. Please spare my life. I'm tired of fighting, and I just want to just relive and I just want to live and get away from here, please. Let me go."
If you tell me where all the traps are and where I can find your leader, and if you have your keys for this, I'll let you go.
The traps are, if you go, well, we actually have only been able to put one trap, which is a pit, which is right the one where you come through. That's the only trap in this area, except for the skeletons that I see that you have been able to befriend.
And where's the leader?
The leader is in a couple of doors further, in his cell. Well, that's not his cell, but in his office. Much more to the, well, how can I explain it for the best? To the northwest is what I would say.
Do you have the keys, or do that brother has the keys to the cell?
I have the keys to these cells, but promise me, if I give you the keys, you let me go, right?
I'm gonna let you live.
And you let me go, right?
I'm gonna let you live.
What is your plan with me?
I'm gonna put you in the cell just for a bit until so I know you cannot warn everything, and either I will be dead and they will come look you and they will free you, or if I will live through it, I will come back and I will release you. I promise you that as my paladin oath.
You know what? I will lock myself in and give you the keys while I'm in it, because I don't trust you.
Yes, but then I don't trust you with the girl, so we're gonna put the old woman out of the cell first. And one more question for my friend over there. Where do you keep your where is your armory?
Oh, the armory. When I give you the keys, there is the biggest key, which is on this keychain. You go to the north, like you go back into the room where the skeletons were. Then you take the door to the north, and there is a locked door on the right side, and there you will find our armory.
Thank you. Well, then I take the keys and I let the woman out, and I say, well, I don't know about you, but first I'm gonna take a look in this armory, and I order my skeleton to guard everybody here, so nobody can get away, and he's in the cell. So said, are you gonna go with me to take a look in the armory? Say to Azareah.
No, I'm gonna lock myself in the Redbrand.
Yeah. Okay, and then give me the keys.
This one escapes.
Let
And
the
he
girl
gives
out.
you the keys and you can lock him back in.
Okay, you wait here till we get back because we don't know if it's safe. The skeleton will protect you, and we will be right back. Can you also wait here in Verna?
Yes, I will
minutes.
wait and I will.
Talk to the woman a bit, maybe. See if you can take care because you're carrying.
I know this woman. And I'm very happy to see her.
Okay, then you can take care of her a bit, and we'll be back in a minute.
Good. I'm with you, Cepheon. I'm at your back.
And I go over here and I unlock the armory.
Where I don't see you moving.
Sorry, I walk to the door here. I walk upstairs to the north, and I walk to the door on the right.
I still don't see you moving.
Huh?
Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah, all right, gotcha. So you find the biggest key. You got the keys from the Redbrand who surrendered, and you went to the area that he pointed out to you, and you put in the key, and you hear a click, and the door opens up.
Well, and I do an investigation to check to see if I can see any valuable weapons.
Well done. I'm
All
gonna join you.
right. So what you see when you enter this door is racks of weapons line the walls of this chamber, including spears, swords, crossbows, and bolts. And a dozen of dirty red cloaks hang from hooks by the door.
Yeah, of course, I'm looking for great swords, but any swords will do. Let me see. 18
Spears,
minus 1,
swords,
17.
crossbows, and bolts. And a dozen dirty red cloaks.
I would like to search through the cloaks if I find anything in it.
Just some more information for you. It has 12 spears, 6 short swords, 4 long swords, 6 light crossbows, and 8 quivers holding 20 crossbow bolts each. So it's a pretty stocked up weaponry. And you want to search for do an investigation check.
Yes.
Yep.
A 4.
A 4. The pockets are completely empty. You cannot find anything in these cloaks.
I had 17.
You also want to search in the cloaks?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's just ordinary cloaks on a hanger with nothing in the pockets.
And investigate the sword. Do you need to reroll for that? Or can you say 17?
What would you like to know of the sword? It's a short sword and long sword. It's an ordinary weaponry.
Ordinary weapon. So there's no nice weapon anywhere.
Do these ruffians look like they can have nice weapons?
No. Okay. Well, no. Then that's it. And there's is this a two-handed axe over here?
It is portrayed there, even though it says nothing in the book about axe. So let's say it's a two-handed axe for you, right there, if you want.
Well, then I'll take that. If anybody.
It's clearly shown that that's indeed an axe. All right.
And you can also see a rapier on the left, just saying.
Yep.
And you can see tools.
Yeah, it's not, but I'll go with the flow. I'll go with the flow.
Yeah,
Not too early.
How many long swords were it again?
How many long swords?
Yeah.
4. 4 long swords.
Okay. So don't mind that I take these long swords. I'm just gonna put them in the
If
bag.
you're not going to be encumbered, that's fine.
Yeah.
I would like to take the crossbows if nobody took that yet or nobody else wants to.
All right, that's 6 light crossbows.
Much trying to understand that. Oh, well, I want to take everything that's left hand. The long swords? No, the long swords.
Short swords.
Short swords are left. How much short swords are left?
6.
Well, then I
And
take
12
those.
spears.
And then I take the spears as well. Let me see how much I can take before I'm
Okay, you.
1 second. I'm gonna go quickly calculate that 1 second. Well, I'll focus on the spears, so I think I'll take the 12 spears first. And then I say, are we ready to go to this leader guy?
Just for my information about your friend the skeleton, if he loses line of sight with you or anything, does it have any consequences?
No, it doesn't say. Just say I command for 24 hours.
All right, yeah, no. If it would have consequences, it would have said it. So no, then that's fine. I was just a bit curious. All right. So, well done. You've been able to get the keys for the weaponry, which is the nice ordinary weaponry with weapons that they stock up, which you've been able to stack most of them into your pockets to use to sell. That's all up to you, not to worry. And you go back, or where do you go now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say I'm ready to find the leader. And let's release the girls from the prison. If Inverna knows them as well. I'm going back.
Azareah, Cepheon, any response? Are you gonna join Deimus or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think Cepheon still has the keys for the South Prison, as I may call it. Even though Inverna is in the room. And
I say first we go back to the girls, and I say, okay, is there anything you can tell us before we go any further? And
who are
anything
you
else?
saying this to?
In general, to all the 3 girls, I released them also for the prison, so they can all stand here next to us, so I can talk to all 3 at once.
Make them a bit smaller. There we go. It's a quite small, cramped space, but there we go.
And tell me who did this to you, so I can punish them, because nobody deserves to be locked away, and especially no beautiful girls like you all.
Roll for charisma.
7.
7. So the woman with the a bit older woman, let's say she's 40. She looks at you, and you look at her, and you see that she has these farmer clothes, like these normal, common clothes that she's wearing. And then she starts talking, and she says, "My name is Mirna Dendrar, and these 2 are my teenage children. This is Nars." Yeah, this is Nars. And this is Nilsa. And a few days ago, I'm having trouble talking about this, but the Redbrands have murdered my husband. He stood up to them, and they came and murdered him, and afterwards they imprisoned us, and we've been stuck here for a lot of days, and we are happy, and thank you for saving us. Oh, if there's anything I could do for you.
No, you can. The way out is clear and safe. So you can leave if you can do one thing for me. Walk past the guards and tell them we saved you. Because I had a little trouble with the mayor, who didn't believe that the Redbrands were evil. And he got a little bit mad at him. So now the town is a little bit scared of me. But I actually only want to release this town from the evil that's purging it.
Oh, if that's all, then I don't have any money. I don't have anything or a lot. but I could give you I my family had a herb and alchemy shop, and they used to have a case containing an emerald necklace that is, we called it the heirloom, and it's worth a lot of money. I never dared to go back to the place where this shop was. It was in the southeast part of Thunder Tree, which lays to the east of Neverwinter. If you go from Neverwinter down the stream more to the east, you will find a place called Thunder Tree, who is completely in ruins. And if you find the shop and you find the heirloom, every single treasure that you will find there is yours. It's the only thing I can offer you. And I will talk to our town master to say that. What is your name?
Cepheon.
That I will tell that you helped and that you saved us. And I will vouch for you.
Really good. Just mention all of our names. That would be good.
And what is your name, sir?
My name is Deimus, and behind me is Azareah.
I see a
Hello.
oh. Okay. Hello. Azareah, Deimus, and Cepheon. I will mention it to the mayor that you saved us. Thank you so much.
Well, you know that mostly also how bad the Redbrands are. That's because he's not convinced by that.
She looks at you very not understanding, because clearly they are a very big problem. But you also see on her face that in her expression, you see that she knows how the town master is, but just nobody says anything about it. So
Okay.
she leaves. She leaves the area, and the kids also leave, and it's you four still with the skeleton.
Right. Shall we visit Cepheon?
Yes.
Did he mention you again where the... I didn't pay attention. Where the entrance is to the rest of the hideout.
Yeah, to the south. We still have the door. We now went through the wall. There was still another door, so I'm guessing that is where we're gonna have to be.
All right. Cool.
So we venture back.
Yeah, let's walk there.
Venture back, and you jump over you venture back through the sarcophagi. The area with the trap you jump over, you go through the not very much hidden secret door. Down the stairs, you venture into the first area where you came in. You stand in front of the door, and you go in. What do you do?
I kick at the door, I call the door open, and I started, drop your weapons or you'll be dead.
Surprise! Roll for initiative.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'll give you
now.
all this one. You completely surprise the three that are chilling in this area. So you surprise these three ruffians.
Nice. Well done, Cepheon.
6. 5.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Oh, where?
I'll fill them
Here we
myself.
go again.
And I roll for the skeleton as well.
Choop.
The skeleton has 17.
I rolled natural 20, but now it's useless.
I have 6.
Can you fill it in, please? I'm adding everybody too. Cepheon is already there. Yes. Do we have everybody now in there? Here we go.
Inverna needs to throw. Oh, sorry.
You're not the only one.
Ah, nice.
All right. Let's go through this then. So, Cepheon bursts into the door, screaming like, "Get fucked!" And on that point, Inverna passes all three and feels the inspiration of Cepheon. Like, where was she? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She can be in the complete center right over there. And she attacks ruffian number 3. And even though the ruffian is surprised, does that give us a... Oh my god.
Advantage?
Yeah,
Please.
I need to I need to see that. Like, the only thing that was in that surprising is that they skipped their thing, but there was nothing about advantage in there.
Oh, okay. Oh, we all get a free round. That's nice.
Yeah, that's for sure. So she attacks, but she misses. She misses the Redbrand. Deimus.
Yeah, Eldritch Blast on the... I mean, I think this is the most easiest for me to hit. Ruffian number 1.
Ruffian number 1. All right, go for it.
8. So I miss.
Yes, you miss again with your Eldritch Blast. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
But there's Cepheon in front of you, and there is Inverna in front of you, and you try not to hit them, and because of that, you miss the ruffian who is laying, sitting now, but because it's shocked and surprised in bed, and it's looking at you. Skeleton number 2.
I order skeleton number 2 to attack Redbrand ruffian number 3. And it throws 12 plus 4, 16.
All right, so that hits. All right, so skeleton number 2, he hits, and how much damage does he do? On need to get my
6
notebook.
plus 8.
6 plus 2.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Where's this? Chip. We have, and that's number 3 that he did, right?
Yeah.
And he did 8 damage.
Yep.
Okie dokie. So he cuts. The skeleton walks towards the Redbrand ruffian, and he cuts him on the side with his short sword. Is what he has.
And then he moves a little bit to the back. Over here.
And then we have ruffian number 2, who attacks Cepheon, but he's surprised. Yeah, that's true. He's surprised. So we skip him. Azareah, it's your turn.
Yeah, I squeeze myself through. Question: that thing that was that spiritual weapon that I had, just out of curiosity.
That's for 1 minute. That's completely gone.
That was already gone. Okay, yeah, that's not my question. I go attack this one, the number 2.
In the
with
corner.
my long sword. Yes.
With your long sword. Throw for attack.
14.
14. All right, that hits. Damage.
That's 3, a 10.
A 10.
Yes.
Well done. So you burst into this area, you pass by Cepheon, and you look to your right, and you see this scared ruffian sitting on his bed and looking up. And with your short sword, you just pierce him longsword, also fine. Size doesn't matter. And he just pieces you. You pieces him straight into the side, and that gives him very much damage. And he looks at you, and you see that he is in a lot of pain. Cepheon.
I walk towards. I walk towards Redband Coffee number 3. I lift my axe above my head and I try to cleave him through his head.
All right. Attack.
17 plus 4. 21.
21. You hit him. How much damage?
4 plus 2, 6.
All right. So you hit him on his head while he was sitting on one of those boxes over here. And you come in, you hit him on his head, and he was able to move his head a bit aside, so you hit him straight in the shoulder, and that knocks him a bit off the boxes, and he now lays on the floor.
So I stated his pawn?
Yes.
Okay. Cool, man.
All right. That brings us to Inverna, who sees that the Redbrand on the floor is suffering in pain and tries to do the final blow with her longsword. And that hits. So she lifts up her longsword above her head, and she, with two hands holding her longsword, lifts it up. This is not the D10. Where are you? This is the D10. Yes. And she strikes down, and because she puts so much power in it, she's not very accurate, and she just cuts off his arm. But he's still alive. For 3 damage.
So one arm, so you basically cannot use both arms. One arm is cleaved in the shoulder, and the other one was cut off.
It's the same. It's the same one. He's still got his right arm.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he has seen better days. Deimus the Trickster.
All right, let's try again. So I'm gonna get in the room.
Please, I'm vouching for you over
see.
here.
Try
which
to
one?
Ruffian 2.
Ruffian 2.
There you go, 22.
22. You hit this ruffian straight in the face. How much damage do you do?
I'm doing 1d10. 8 plus 3, 11 damage.
All right. And with your Eldritch Blast, you completely, he didn't even have a chance. He's still surprised, looking around, what the fuck is going on? And he gets hit, and then you come with your Eldritch Blast, and he's dead. There's nothing, almost nothing left of him, just a bit of ash laying on the bed right there.
All right.
Skeleton. Skeleton.
Oh, sorry, that's me.
Yeah, I thought maybe I
always-
should need to speak undead or so.
No, I attack Ruffian number 1, since he's the only one who is still.
With the sword short. Let's go.
No, miss 3.
Fuck, I did this wrong. Hold on. That was, where's number 1? That is number 1. So he still has that, and this is so that's my damage. I wrote behind the wrong ruffian. So that's good. Okay, so and you the skeleton missed.
Yeah.
All right. So the skeleton is almost, it's like well, it is a skeleton. He's not very accurate, and he tries to stab the ruffian on the bed, but he completely misses, and instead of that, he stabs through the bed. Ruffian number 2 is dead, and ruffian number 3, of course, with one hand, so I'm gonna roll for strength, tries to get up from his position as being laying on the floor. All right, and he is successful able to get. Oh, he disappears, and he's now standing up, and that was his action. Ruffian number 1 looks at the skeleton, full of fear, and is now not shocked anymore, and uses his multi-attack to attack the skeleton. And that's 13 to hit. And I think that hits as a skeleton, right? Yeah.
Skeleton is
Yeah.
30.
So then that's 1d6 plus 2 piercing damage. That's 4 damage.
Yeah,
And then
9.
tries to do it again. That's a natural 20, so that hits as well. And then 5 damage to the skeleton. So he gets up off the bed, stands up, faces the skeleton, and slashes twice through the skeleton. And did 9 total damage, I guess?
Yeah.
All right. And that skeleton is still alive. All right. Azareah.
Yes, I go attack Ruffian 3 with my longsword.
Go for it.
It's a 15.
That's a hit.
And a 2.
2 damage? Yeah?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
all right. So that's 2 damage. So even though his he doesn't have any arm anymore, he's bleeding out. He just stood up, and while he stood up, he faces Azareah, and Azareah stabs him with his long sword in his belly. Guts flying out. But this is a tough one. He's still standing, while with one hand he's trying to hold his belly while he's still looking. He's very bad in shape. Very, very bad. It doesn't take much anymore. Cepheon.
He gets his axe, lifts it over his head, and starts to cleave through the head of Redbrand Ruffian number 1.
Go for it.
And he throws 2. No, miss. That's 6.
All right. So yeah, you try to hit him, but while you lift your halberd, was it, above your head, you actually touch the ceiling, and because of that, you completely miss, and you let your halberd just slide next to you while you try to hit him. Inverna sees now that ruffian number 3, even though she feels a bit of respect for this guy that he's holding so out, his arm has been cut off and everything goes bad and wrong, but she's done. She takes out her long sword and tries to decapitate this ruffian. And she pulls out, but because the space is so cramped, she almost hit the skeleton, she almost hit Cepheon, she almost hit Azareah, and that catches her completely off guard. And because of that, she misses ruffian number 3. Deimus.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just try to hit ruffian number 3 here with Eldritch Blast. Just gonna stay original. And I roll a 2-7. So next.
So it's for everybody too cramped in this room, and you miss. There are boxes in the way. Azareah is in the way, so you hit the wall with your Eldritch Blast.
Shit, I really need to take some aiming course.
Skeleton number 2.
He tries to hit number 1.
All right, go for it.
13.
And yeah, that misses again. The skeleton has something with people on a bed. Doesn't really know what to do with it. Tries to stab him, but again stabs the bed with very, very confident. Number 2 is dead. Number 3 just got up, is bleeding out, is having one hand left, tries to attack, but has definitely disadvantage in his attacks. But he still goes for it. He tries, and he tries to attack Inverna with a multi-attack of its... where do I have your stats? Short sword. 12 plus 4, 16, and she has armor of 16, so that hits Inverna for 5 damage. And the second attack, also with disadvantage, that's a 5 and a 20. Shit, but I need to go for the 5, of course. So that, and the second attack misses. With all its power, it was able to hit Inverna, but the second one, it took too much power and too much, and it completely misses the second attack on Inverna. And then we have Redbrand Ruffian number 1, who sees again that the skeleton misses, seizes his chance, and goes for it to try to get rid of this skeleton once and for all. And throws 17 to hit, which does 7 damage. Is that the end of the skeleton?
Yes, skeleton is dead.
And then for its second attack, it looks at Cepheon. Or he looks at Cepheon. And throws 16 to hit.
17.
All right.
Class.
So it misses. So because he's still sitting half on the bed, trying to defend himself from the skeleton, but he killed now the skeleton, and he looks at Cepheon, and in his tries to hit him, but Cepheon is a bit too far away, and he completely misses. Azareah, what do you do?
I see ruffian number 3, how he's suffering. So I take a closer step to him. And I see that he's sliced up pretty much already in his belly. So I push my hand in there and grab out his organs, what I can grab, and I say, "Rest in peace."
Hit for attack.
It's a 10.
Do you add something to that?
Yeah,
because it's a weaponless attack or
I
something?
already added the number 3.
All right, so you how can you miss? But still, throw with advantage. Do it again.
And it's 16 plus 3, so it's 19.
All right, so there you go. You managed to get your hand in there. And how much damage do you do?
6.
6. Yeah. Okay. So you see your chances. The dark elf that you are. You see intestines. You go completely wild. You get your hand in there, and you get everything that you can get. And you start pulling it out, while you look the ruffian in his eyes And in terror, the ruffian screams it out in pain, and you throw the intestines through the room until your hands are covered in blood. And you see the light going out in the eyes of the ruffian, and it falls to its knees, and it's completely dead, with everything that was inside him is now outside, spread through the room. Cepheon, what do you do, and how do you react to an action like that?
I was like, wow, we should go on a date. I like you. And I turn around to the Redbrand and intimidate him. If you don't want to happen this to you, you drop your weapon now, and there's a chance for you that you might live through this.
All right, roll for intimidation.
16 plus 5, 21.
All right, so this ruffian is, well, he is intimidated, but yeah, he looks at you, but past you, he looks at Azareah and what she's been doing to his companion that he was still talking to 5 minutes ago, how everything that was inside is spreading everything, and he looks back at you, and yeah, he just drops his sword, he drops everything, and you see in his face that he just completely gives up and is completely in fear and does not say anything.
Tell me, where can we find your leader? Because I thought this was south. We've been given directions that we've been sent into this room. Where is the mage?
Our oh god, is she gonna do that to me as well?
It all depends if you're gonna be cooperative. There's another friend of you in the jail, so we actually, if you help us, I'm gonna put you there, and afterwards we're gonna release you, or we will be killed by the mage, and then they will release you. So, or your friends. So it's a good option, but the choice is up to you.
Well, our leader is in one of the most northwest areas of this hideout. He's always there. He's always there at work, and we don't see where he goes or what he does.
How do we get there?
Show us the way.
Do you promise me you let me go?
If you show us the way, we're gonna put you in the jail, and you will be let go either by us or by your friends if we are killed in the process. Hello?
He's taking his time. I'm not sure if we should.
I cannot show you the way. As much as I'm scared of you, I cannot guide you all the way there. I can get you going, but if the monster sees me, I'm dead anyways.
Okay, show us the way we have to go, and then I'm gonna put you in the jail, and then I'll walk behind him, because I just want to know, because I don't see another door in that room.
All right, follow me.
Okay.
So he gets up the bed and he gets out of this room.
I follow him.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't see the movements that you're all doing, but
yeah.
I think it's only when I release the mouse. I don't know.
Right. How do you get over there all the way, Cepheon?
I stop here and wash my hand.
Nice. I'm just taking a fast check if there's anything in this room that I can loot and share with my companions.
All right.
15.
Accidental.
That is area number.
Because
all right. So what are you actually investigating, Deimus?
Yeah, I'm just leaning over here. I'm investigating the boxes, barrels. Yeah, looking for valuables.
All right, so you actually in this room see that it holds the same. It holds ale, it holds salt, it holds some spices. It's basically their cellar where they keep their stuff. You also find 3 dirty scarlet cloaks hang over the bunks. And yeah, that's it in this room. 2 beds.
What are scarlet cloaks?
Okay.
Is that the cloaks that the guards wear?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, how convenient.
Which were also in the weaponry.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Can I use a piece of fabric and just take a big handful of spices, of pepper? I think there's pepper.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'll have a nice handful of pepper and put it in a cloth and take it with me.
So you take a hand of pepper, you put it in your pocket. Yeah, fine. That's completely fine.
Okay. Yeah, and then I'm walking back to the other guys.
All right, then Inverna is following you along. And Cepheon is following the Redbrand, who is still hesitant and looks over his shoulder back at you. And he says, You promise that I can go, right?
yes.
And you see that he moves one of the barrels to the side, flicks the switch, and there it opens. A secret hideout and a secret wall shelves back into the door, where this creates a hallway where you can enter.
Nice. By the way, what's your name?
My name?
Yes,
I don't see what it matters.
Not just. I would like to know your name.
Are you gonna betray me to the master?
No. Of course not. I mean, look at me. I'm an honest guy. I would never betray you.
Right. My name is Jeffrey.
I have an idea.
Thank you.
If you-
Nice to meet you. I'm Deimus. Yeah. Sorry, Cepheon.
If you two put on the armor of this guard and the other guard, and you say you captured me, I am the one, because they probably do business with Oreg, and then you say you captured me and need to bring me to the leader, and then maybe we can skip the guard and get right to the head of the snake.
What orc are you talking about?
The goblin, sorry, goblin.
What goblin are you talking about?
The one we killed. Bugbear. Bugbear.
You
I mean, I'm okay with that. We can play that game.
Okay.
But I don't need guard uniforms, and I cast disguise self and change myself into one of the Redbrands.
Jeffrey?
Jeffrey, yes. He's changing himself into Jeffrey in front of Jeffrey.
Exactly. I know my name is. I can tell. My name is Jeffrey. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, let's
right. There we go.
let's escort him back to the prison, and let's see if we can find some shackles there that we can pretend that's on me, but not.
So
Because-
first of all, Jeffrey sees this happening and is completely shocked that he sees a copy of himself walking around over there, and he's completely shocked.
I said I'm a man of my word, so please come with me, and we go to the jail.
All right, yeah, I believe you for that. That you put him next to. You want to put him in the north or the south?
Yeah. in the opposite cell as the other one.
All right, good. Then there you go. You lock him in there, right over there.
And then I look for some shackles here, which there probably must be because they also transport the prisoners. No?
What are you looking for?
Shackles.
Yeah. Around
take
their
them.
necks, they be attached to the wall.
Yeah, I take a shackle and then put them on my arm, and I put the bolt a little bit in so it looks like they're tight, and I walk back so it looks like I'm shackled.
And all three of you are now, Deimus is disguised, and the three of you are gonna wear the cloaks of the Redbrands then.
Not me.
Well, I think it would be quite suspicious with my, they have also elven ears.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I'm not too tall for it, yes, then I would wear it.
You can. It's all up to you if you want to.
Yeah, but if I'm suspiciously too tall, then it's obvious.
That's something that you have to figure out and see.
Yeah, I don't know how tall they are. They are like they're having elvish ears, so okay, I think I can. I can also put it on and I can.
Say let's try, and if they find out, we'll find out soon enough.
And you walk in the back, let Jeffrey walk in the front so they see him, and me in the middle, so they will be focused at me.
And the others will have the cloak around. Okay.
Yeah, and they walk in the back like they were guarding me.
All right. To be continued in the next episode, number 4.